Hello, welcome to SLOP SHELF, where we talk about the sloppiest of movies. I love that slop. Yum, yum. Eat it up. Give it to me. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is a movie that I think should be the gold standard of like slop movies. That's why I want to start with this one. Something that is worthy of a slop shelf is a movie that does not have like a deeper meaning. So there's no like, oh, you learn about yourself, you learn about life, all of that. It's just like, just shut up and enjoy the ride. Oh, we're talking about Helldriver, by the way. I'm Max with my co-host, Jared.
Wow, that was a perfect introduction.
The opening scene, there's a man wearing a very strange suit, and he's at a wall that's about 7 feet tall, right? And he throws some meat in there, and all the zombies come, they start to eat it. But these are not regular zombies.
No, they have funny little horns on their head.
Yes, they do. And they're doing a little bit of a subversion on the zombie trope. They don't transfer by bite. You got to breathe in a black smoke that is emitted by a woman who turned into a chrysalis. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
All right.
For the purposes of the movie, you do not get infected with the bite.
No, you have to breathe in the black smoke. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to know. The important part is that this horn that they grow, they call it a horn in the movie, but it's not. It's an antenna.
Yeah, it's an antenna.
It's like a bug antenna. Like the little handle on a melon. All right, I would call it the antenna.
The antenna.
So the antenna, he's harvesting this antenna to, we don't know why he's doing it, we'll find out later. And then this woman shows up who's got a chainsaw katana. By the way, all of the stuff that we just talked about, never brought up again, not important.
Yeah, that's just the introduction. Now we go to her home life. She's raised by her mom, dad, and her uncle. Her mom and uncle, bad news. Her dad is...
They're cannibals.
Okay, I was gonna get to
Oh, sorry.
You're getting ahead of yourself. They're sadists. The mom and uncle are sadists. The dad is like a paraplegic in a wheelchair. And we find out later in the movie, but the mom used to beat the dad's legs, and she was like, how novel.
You know, he doesn't feel as like, is that serious? She's just like kicking him?
Yeah, she's just kicking him. And she's like, this is so funny. And they're eating like pudding together, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, I like pudding. You know?
What amazes me is how they got to like this. How did she get this old before these people showed up in her life? Because these guys are so unhinged that they would just kill her right away.
Anyways, the mom and the uncle are cannibals. So they're eating the legs of the paraplegic dad. He's like, no, save yourself. And the room catches on fire because she spills gasoline on the floor.
Her dad catches on fire. Everyone else is all right.
They go chasing Kika around. They kind of cut her under the eye. So she has a cool little scar. And then there's 2 cops stationed outside the house. I didn't really understand why there was 2 cops stationed
I think they were just chilling there. They're like, oh, hey, did you hear about these like 2 most prolific murderers in all of Japan? And they're like, yeah, I heard about that. That's pretty weird, huh? But then they look in front of their car and she's just doing a dance to some royalty-free music.
Yeah, she's dancing. And then they're like,
oh my God, that's her right there.
They're like, oh, we tracked her down to Bakersfield, Japan. And then they pull out their guns. They don't shoot.
No,
they die.
Don't. They do die.
Because Uncle Nazi, he kills the police officers. He has throwing knives. He has hundreds of these fucking throwing knives.
Yeah, and then they started like spurting like geysers of
blood.
Like the Tarantino scene.
And finally, Kika, out of strength, she leans over a car. She's exasperated. The uncle comes up and he's like, it's time for a bad touch to...
yeah. Then he's like, starts licking her. He's licking a lot of people in this movie.
So he licks, and then the mom, she gets up on top of the car with Kika, and she's like...
Yeah, she lifts her up with one hand.
For our Indiana Jones heads out there, there's multiple Indiana Jones references throughout the film.
There is a couple.
Here's the first one. She performs the Kali Ma on our main character.
Maybe it allows her to do this? I don't know.
Okay, so a meteor comes through, strikes the mom through the chest. There's a perfect hole in the center of this woman. And she's like, okay, bitch, I need a new heart.
And then she just puts it in the hole in her chest, and it's like...
And it reattaches itself. It's like Senator Armstrong from fucking Metal Gear Solid. You know?
Yeah.
Like in nanomachines. She's all reattached, and then there's a starfish on the back of her head, which I have to assume is from the meteorite. It's...
Yeah.
And then that's what kickstarts the zombie apocalypse.
Yes, and then, okay, what's really important is very logically, she turns into a chrysalis.
We can't forget that.
And she turns into a chrysalis for a year, by the way. There's a time jump later in the movie.
I thought she was turning into gold in that scene, but yeah, it was a chrysalis.
Then she starts spewing this black smoke.
And so there's like a 15-minute sequence or a 10-minute sequence of the film.
They explain what's been happening in this last year.
It's like a documentary.
Yeah.
And we just established like the set. It's
Japan.
It's Japan. It's sort of post-apocalyptic.
So now that this black smoke has covered the northern half of Japan, anyone who breathes it in gets turned into one of these zombies after an hour. And so everyone north is in like post-apocalypse world, and everyone south is in regular Japan with holograms, apparently.
Yeah, there's holograms in this world where the two politicians have debates.
Yes, they have the holographic debates. Is that important? Not at all. Not even really, even a little.
During this setting tone introduction,
we are introduced to like this shanty town like food market, and everyone's buying like bugs, and they mention that rice is really scarce. Like they can't grow rice anymore. So they do sushi, but it's got like 3 grains of rice on it. But whatever. And this guy's like, this white guy comes in and he's like, I want 4 pieces. And the guy's like, no, dude, it's whale. It's got mercury in it. And he's like, no, give me 4. He's like, dude, 2's enough. Like, you're fine. He's like, give me 4. I want 4 whale pieces. And the guy's like, whatever, man. I don't care. The whale mercury-riddled sushi does not kill White Boy.
No.
He comes back later.
Finally finished establishing the world. Not even the stakes.
They keep cutting to like this mysterious operation on the main girl, Kika. They're like, oh my god, she has no head, but she's still breathing. They keep mentioning that she wants her head back, and I'm like, it's right there.
Yeah.
What do you mean your head? We're looking at it. They replaced her body with an android thing.
Yeah, it's like
a gas-powered android.
She basically has a lawnmower body.
Yeah, she's got a lawnmower for a body. And then she's got like the chainsaw. The zombies, I think, are actually really good. They're like this weird, like flaky, pale.
Yeah, no, they look
gross, cool. And it's just disgusting. So the big debate between the politicians are whether or not they should just kill everybody in northern Japan because they're all zombies. And one guy's like, "No, we gotta keep them. They're people," and the other guy's like, "Nah, kill them. I don't care."
Leader of Japan at this point in the movie is the good leader who's like, "Oh, we gotta coexist with these creatures." Anyways, this all goes awry when he goes to
do a speech in front of the wall, the zombie wall, in the shantytown.
But his military advisor keeps saying, hey, we gotta kill these zombies, puts a bomb on the wall.
And what did he disguise the bomb as? What product?
It was Gape the Buns, and I think it was a picture of like a half-naked man with an umbrella.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
It was a pink box. I don't
remember about it, but
it was like the size of like a Tic Tac box.
Yeah.
That's a powerful bomb.
And then it's a big, powerful bomb, and it explodes 3 feet from the president. President's fine, but this giant concrete wall is absolutely destroyed.
And the zombies start pouring through.
And of course, they eat everybody.
No, we need to talk about the main characters. So the main character.
Oh yeah, we forgot about the main character.
She wakes up from the coma, and then she meets our 2 other main characters, supporting sidekicks.
Yes.
We have Reddit Kamikaze Man.
Yes, Reddit Kamikaze and No Name.
And No Name. No Name has no name because
he doesn't talk.
He doesn't talk. He never said his name. Reddit Kamikaze guy, he looks like a Redditor.
Mr. Exposition.
Yeah, Mr. Exposition.
They are zombie horn hunters, and they're taking it to this girl who we thought was this porn star cameo. By the way, there's a porn star cameo in this one. I think it's probably the sexy nurse who explains how the zombies work.
Yeah, she explains to us how the zombies work, and we're like, okay, we could have probably figured that out in 2 lines of dialogue.
But they take it to this, they harvest the horns, and they take it to this woman whose whole job, I think, is to sit there and smoke a cigarette and serve cunt.
And she keeps giving them good prices and then bad prices, and eventually, during the president's speech, there is a raid on her compound, and
by the Moonhead Guards.
And they get arrested. Finally, our characters are arrested.
Yes.
They're in the place that the filmmakers want them to be in. The president's being ripped apart, and as he's being ripped apart, he says, oh, I actually don't like zombies. We gotta kill them all.
Yeah. And then the opening credits roll 48 minutes into this movie.
The movie starts finally.
Finally. We have an hour left, and we're just now getting to the plot. We've just been doing world building this whole time. It's amazing. I love it. That's what I love about this movie.
If you hate this movie, you probably think it's the biggest waste of time in the world.
Oh, absolutely. This guy, he's an effects guy. So I actually have some research I have here. Let me pull up my notes real quick. This was made for $600,000.
Okay.
We were trying to figure out if that was in 600,000 yen or US dollars. Guessing it's probably US dollar. This guy he has this company,
Sushi Typhoon.
Which gets a shout out in the movie itself. At one point, there's a dish called the Sushi Typhoon.
Yeah.
In the
intro
market.
Graphic of it, I hope I remember to put it up, but it is sick.
It's pretty good. He also directed a movie called Tokyo Gore Police, which is a very similar thing. And
you recommended it.
I did recommend it. I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I know about it, though. It's part of a subgenre called Japanese exploitation, or the shortened version, and I'm not making this up, J-exploitation. You thought I was going to say a bad thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did. No, it's called J-exploitation. This whole movie took 5 months to make. It got released in the US. 10 months later, it gets released in Japan. I don't know how that happens.
It got released in the US first.
By 10 months.
What the f?
Yes, dude. Okay, so back to the plot of this movie.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay, so...
We're in a prison. At this point, the military dictator has taken over.
And he has spontaneously grown a Hitler mustache.
Yes. And he goes...
Which I'm 90% sure he did not have that before.
He's in basically there's a room full of Iron Maidens, and all the prisoners, our main characters, are in these Iron Maidens, and there's a little, like, presentation that's played on the screen. That's like a Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Like when they first get to the park, it's the DNA guy, but instead it's like the
it's
supreme law of the land.
Yeah. You can either, like, basically work for me Suicide Squad style or be tried by regular law. Spoiler alert, if you pick the button to get tried by regular law, they'll just crush you. They've now established the goal of the movie is to go find the chrysalis lady who has now been released from her chrysalis and controls all of the zombies like a hive mind.
Kill the main zombie, all the other zombies die.
They think. And so they've given our team of intrepid heroes,
which are the 5 characters who are Kika, No Name,
Redditor, Mr. Exposition, drug dealer, surf cunt lady,
and then one of her underlings.
Yeah, so some guy. And they've given a gun that lets it's like a radar targeted, like you shoot it and then the nuke will hit wherever the tracking dart is.
It'll send down a Hellfire missile. We begin with our 5 main characters. They get into a van, they pile in, and they start driving north. And so immediately the underling guy, he's like, hey, I'm going to smoke. So he sticks his head out the window, he starts smoking, and he sees like a volley of heads.
Yeah.
And zombie heads that are being launched by this big fat guy.
It's a big fat zombie, and what he does is 4 guys kneel down in front of him, and then he takes a big, like, tree trunk as a baseball bat and just hits their heads, firing them into the sky.
Anyways, the underling guy immediately gets his head ripped off.
Oh yeah, any part of the zombie that is still alive is... Yeah. Until you get the horn, they're going. A brain shot is not a big deal for them. You can cut off their head and they'll be fine. You can cut off their hands and they'll walk around like the guy from Addams Family.
Yeah, exactly. So we have another fight scene
where they're just waggling swords out the window of a car.
Some of them are hanging out of the car or whatever. One of the heads actually gets in, bites the boss lady in the vagina, and then
they eat her down to the bone.
To the bone.
She walks out of that car a skeleton.
It's like the Breaking Bad scene with Gus, and half his face is gone, but instead it's everything below the neck is gone.
It is ridiculous.
And then she collapses, and then you're like, okay, at least that happened.
So now we only have 3 members left of our intrepid team of heroes.
However, they meet a hero.
A man from a far-flung land.
Introducing you guys to Cowboy Kaido.
Cowboy Kaido.
So his whole character is that he went into fucking wasteland.
Yeah, sure. Zombie world.
Yeah, trying to find his family. Found his family. They were dead. And he's like, oh, whatever. I'm going to dress as a cowboy and kill zombies.
They didn't establish why is he dressed as a cowboy? It doesn't matter. But he's got a cowboy gun and he's got a cowboy hat.
And he's gung-ho for anything. Like,
dude, he's down for whatever.
He takes them to No Name's sisters.
Yes, No Name now he wasn't talking, but now he's talking because he met this cool guy and they get in his cool car. They go to the zombie like flesh market, hereby known as the Orgy Dome. So they established that for some reason some of the zombies are smarter and they will go and capture human beings to feast on in the Orgy Dome. And they take us inside the Orgy Dome and they show us all the things that they're doing. They're eating this lady's brains and they're dancing. You got a really good butt shot of one of the zombies in a bikini or whatever. Luckily, No Name's sister Maya or unluckily actually, is one of the people that has now been captured.
They're taking her to give a feast to the second in command, which is Bad Touch Uncle.
The sister gets taken into the place, Mr. Cowboy and Katana Lady, they go in and they start chopping heads.
Right.
They're going crazy. And all of the bodies are flying to the corner of the room. They split up and now we have Katana Lady is in one room, Mr. Cowboy is outside with the car, and
Reddit and No Name are
in somewhere in there. Now there's this big pile of body parts, and Katana Lady looks at that, and out pops, I call her Octo Zombie. Octo-zombie little hands. Because she's got these 2 little hands on her face.
Yeah, like little man.
And she'll jump, and she jumps at this katana lady and just starts punching her with the little hands. Going,
Like, that can't be effective
dude,
for anything.
It's amazing.
Kaido is driving around, and there's a zombie in front of him. We don't get a good look at him. We just see that there's a bunch of shit coming out of him.
I call him Pincushion.
You call him Pincushion. So, the truck rams into him, and Pincushion parries the truck. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm in.
And then,
if I wasn't in before, I am now.
The third creature, who is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that someone's done this with a zombie thing. There's a pregnant woman who got zombified. So, of course, her unborn baby gets zombified, and they show that she has ripped it out of her stomach and is now flinging the baby around.
Like a flail.
Like a flail.
Yeah.
And she throws it at Mr. Reddit and No Name. And they're trying to fight this baby, and they're having trouble.
The fights all end.
Yeah, the fights all end. All of our heroes win, and then they're like, we gotta keep going. Where? Oh, yeah, they're going to the melon factory that she lived at, where she turned into a chrysalis.
Right, but they also rescued Maya at the same time, so that's...
No, but Maya's dead.
She's dying. She hasn't died yet. Spoiler alert for those who want to see it.
She does die.
Yeah. Anyway, so they start driving off. However, Nazi Uncle Bad Touch is back from the dead.
Okay.
Well, back from laying down on the floor.
Yeah, from laying down a little
He's like,
bit.
oh, I've been stabbed a little bit.
Yeah, he had a little rest.
So he starts chasing the truck. So the truck is driving through this field, and there's a bunch of zombies in the field, and we're just running over the zombies that are exploding, body parts are flying, but the uncle's catching the body parts in midair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the Lego movie. Yeah, he starts like assembling. He starts building.
And we don't know what he's building.
We don't know what he's building.
He's doing this all while running at like 20 miles an hour, by the way.
Right, and there's a cloud of smoke, so we also like just can't see.
You can't see what's going on, but there's a shape.
And then
we see what he's been building. It's a car made out of zombie parts. Bruh. He builds this thing out of zombies, and then also, because these horns are explosive, he like cracks one off the back, and then it's like a rocket boost.
Yeah, it's like nitrous.
Yeah, so he catches up.
There's a kimono lady who jumps on the roof of the car.
The one who was in charge of the orgy dome.
Yes. It's Kika and Kamikaze, and they're fighting in the truck bed. She starts to fall off. Kamikaze grabs her. Mm-hmm. And Kamikaze slides off the truck, and then there's like a flip of some kind. He ends up driving.
He ends up driving the zombie car, right? Because the guy who was driving it jumped out to like fuck with Mr. Cowboy.
Yeah, exactly. For some reason.
Yeah. So now
the Kamikaze guy's driving.
Yeah. And Kika is with him, and she drives up next to the thing, and they have her and the kimono lady have a little sword fight on top of the car. It's like Mad Max, dude. The original driver of the zombie car gets back on the zombie car.
The Nazi uncle.
You get a real good shot of his little jacket that's made of a Nazi flag.
Yep.
Just right there.
Just right there.
Also, earlier in the movie, there's a piece of rebar that's shaped like a swastika. They get really hot, and then they burn right into his head like Charles Manson.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, man. So after this, the kamikaze guy is trapped. Like the hands that make up the car, they grab him, so he can't leave. And he's like, "Go, Kika, save yourself!" And she jumps off the car. Then he gets his moment, and he pulls out the bag of horns that he's been carrying around, and he goes, he puts on the headband, and goes bonsai, and throws the horns at the floor of the car, and it explodes, killing Uncle Nazi Bad Touch. Now Kika, Mr. Cowboy, and No Name are on their way to the final boss.
That's right.
Big boss lady.
The mom. So we finally...
Dude, this movie feels like 4 hours.
We finally get to the mom, and she's like, I have a trick up my sleeve. Essentially created... it's like the Family Guy joke where Joe makes a wheelchair mech out of all the guys in wheelchairs. Yeah. But it's all zombies.
Oh, yeah.
She has like a 60-foot tall zombie creature that she's commanding. Mm-hmm. And at this point, No Name, the smart one of the group. Yeah. He's like, I have the nuke gun. I'm going to shoot it at her. Comes out of a giant egg in the sky. Sorry we didn't bring that up, but it's not that important. It shoots her in the shoulder. The lady's like, whatever. And then her starfish on the head starts like conducting a little orchestra, just for fun.
Got a little eyeball. So another 2 missiles come down.
But she's crafty.
Yeah.
Our mommy zombie. She grabs the missiles midair, and then she starts
like the Hulk. She catches the rocket.
And she starts propelling herself up and away. She turns into a plane. She turns into a plane.
Yeah, she turns it, and they reshape themselves into a plane. And Kika's like, I'm having none of this. And she gets back, she jumps onto the plane as it's taking off. And then Mr. Cowboy and
No Name are just sitting there. Kika and her mom have this final confrontation, and she starts punching the shit out of her. And she's like, you're such a bad mom. The starfish lets go for a second. He's like, oh, wait, you should forgive your mom and not kill both of us. And she's like, nah, bitch. And then she rips her heart back out.
Yeah, she has no heart. She survived having no heart. There was a part where they were like, she's got no head and she's still breathing.
The plane starts to disintegrate once she tears the heart out of her mom because there's no...
Phantom Menace style. All across Japan, zombies are falling over.
That's right. And at this point, the plane has basically broken apart and Kika is free falling until a truck drives, ramps through the air and No Name screams out. She's like, you should live! Yeah! Anyways, catch her, and they land back on the floor. All the zombies are dying. The head of the mom is flung into fucking space or whatever. And the last shot of the movie is Kika, Mr. Cowboy, and No Name. And she crushes the heart in her hands. Credits. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5.
I'm giving this... If you like this kind of thing, this is the best it gets.
Sure, I'll agree with that.
In terms of the unbridled creativity that this guy has for makeup and effects and creatures, and that's what this is. It's like you know those shitty Disneyland rides that are for little kids where you just go around, you see scenes of animatronics. And the ride's not really the attraction, it's the animatronics and looking at
I understand the analogy.
That's what this movie is. You're looking at all these cool creatures that this guy has designed and built a very, very thin story around showing you all of these really cool creatures.
But it's an impressive world that he's made.
It's wild.
It's for $600,000.
Crazy.
It is so fucking technically impressive.
And there are some shots in this movie that are
beautiful.
There's one shot of Kika in the hallway when she's about to fight. I think it was the octo arm lady that I'm like, I lean over to Jared, I'm like, oh my God, look at that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Great. Yeah.
The thing that makes a bad movie for me and the difference between a sloppy movie and a bad movie is that a bad movie is one that tries to do something and fails, and a sloppy movie is a movie that's only concerned with one aspect of it. And it can achieve it or not achieve it. It doesn't really matter. This movie is a really sloppy movie because the story doesn't really matter. The CGI doesn't really matter. The characterization doesn't really matter. The acting doesn't really matter. What matters is the zombie effects, and those I have to give a 10 out of 10. They are so creative and over the top and crazy, and this movie there's so much happening all the time, all at once. It's like everything everywhere all at once is what's happening in this movie. It's just incredible. It's an incredible feat of creativity, and I can't recommend it enough for people who like this kind of movie. That being said, if you want to watch a movie with good characters and interesting plots, this ain't it, dude. These characters are paper thin. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. It is so much fun. It is a really sloppy movie, but this is slop at its absolute best. This is the highest tier of slop. It's slop at almost an art form. I'm not even going to say almost. It is an art form. This movie is a work of art. It is so weird and so unique and so singular that it is just, you have to see it. You have to see it to get it.
Right.
But if you don't get it, you're going to hate it. Don't show this movie to your mom. She's not going to like it.
So I'm Jared.
I'm Max.
And please join us next week when we both watch porn together.
All right.